Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Stanford Howard with this edition of the HGP SPORTSCAST. We begin with football. The Guyana Football Coaches Association delivered a CONCACAF D-Licensing Foundation course over the weekend to help more local coaches attain international recognition qualification. Colwyn Abrams has more.
In an effort to have competent and licensed coaches in Guyana, the Guyana Football Coaches Association over the weekend held a coach training session so that local coaches will have internationally recognized football qualification as part of nationwide capacity building. This CONCACAF D license is the basic foundation of professional coaching and equips coaches with the knowledge required to train players according to their age, plan practice sessions and physical training, develop talent and understand the importance of health and safety. The preparatory two-day course was conducted by Coaches Association President and GFF coach mentor Samson Gilbert. Gilbert said the weekend was about training coaches to understand what is required to achieve the CONCACAF D license, to further educate and enlighten the coaches to really bridge that gap and enhance their ability to have a higher pass rate. According to Gilbert, the country has moved from having no licensed coaches to 53 CONCACAF D licensed qualified coaches, and this is a great leap. Coaches from around the country now have the opportunity to develop and achieve the D license. The preparatory course consisted of a one-day training session at the GFF headquarters, followed by a day-long practice workshop at the GDF ground in Georgetown. The GFF Technical Department provided content and coaching methodology support for the course. With the development of analytical technology in the game, the Coaching Association along with the GFF has been working hand in hand to develop coaches countrywide. Over the last weekend, the GFF also kick-started its grassroots program in partnership with the Ghana Beverages Inc. Colwyn Abrams, HGP Sports.
We switch our attention now to hockey. GBTI GCC Tigers clinched the women's first division title from Saints, and Saints men's first division upset Supernova to take the title in the GT&T National Indoor Hockey Championships that concluded on Sunday at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall. Colwyn Abrams filed this report.
The GBTI GCC Tigers continue to storm through the women's first division competition of the GTT National Indoor Hockey Championships with an 8-0 beating of Saints on Sunday evening. The dominance of the GBTI ladies is evident as they have not conceded any goals in their first 3 matches, winning each of them by a minimum of 4 goals. With an easy deflection goal in the second minute by Aliyah Gordon, after a well-constructed build-up, the GBTI GCC Tigers seemed well on their way to another dominant victory over Saints. The girls in grey, however, put up a spirited show against the powerful national champions and held GCC scoreless for the next 10 minutes. While the GBTI ladies seemed a bit scrappy in their approach, they finally got themselves back together, and it was a plethora of goals from then onward. Vanessa Pyers and Marzana Fitku scored in the 12th and 20th minute to amass a halftime score for GCC 3-0. In the second half, it was all GBTI GCC again as they drove home 5 more unanswered goals for an easy victory. Meanwhile, the Saints men managed their first win in the men's first division competition by squeezing past Supernova by 2-1. Supernova, comprising of a national under-19 selection, was first on the score sheet against Saints when prolific goal scorer Warren Williams converted a penalty corner in the 3rd minute. Saints would draw even just before the half through Hilton Chester and then go 1-up to seal the win by a Nickel Ashby goal in the 25th minute. GCC continued a dominant evening of ladies hockey when the GBTI GCC Spice defeated the Woodpecker Hikers by 1-0 in the women's 2nd division, while the Bingo GCC Spartans got the better of Saints 2-0. The Old Fort Mustangs continued their unbeaten run in the Veterans Division by burying Antonio's Hikers by 7-4, while the GCC Pit Bulls got their first victory in the men's 2nd division with a 4-2 win over Hikers Cadets. Colwyn Abrams, HGP Sports.
Thank you, Colwyn. In cricket news, in round 6, Essequibo routed Georgetown and West Demerara upset Upper Quarantine in the 2018 GCB Female Franchise Under-17 Cricket Schools T20 League. Here are the details. Essequibo won the toss and chose to bat in the first match at the DCC ground between Essequibo and Georgetown. Essequibo scored a dazzling 180 for 4 from their allotted 20 overs, with Latia Pearson scoring 40, Marissa Anthony 18, and Navika Narang 13 also contributed. Emilisa White grabbed 3 for 14, while Nia Singh took 1 for 12. In Georgetown's attempt to get the target, they struggled and only mustered 59 all out, with the highest score being 6 runs. Onisius Toby and Divine Rose were the most instrumental bowlers, each grabbing 3 for 7, while Lisa Charles took 2 for 3. Essequibo won the match by 121 runs. At Enterprise Ground, West Demerara won the toss and elected to bat, posting 97 for 7 in a reduced 15 overs match. Opener Jamaica Simon top scored with 19, while Brittany McAllen, Sheridan Nelson, and Alicia Williams grabbed 2 wickets each. Upper Quarantine in response struggled to reach their target and only managed 53 for 6 from their 15 overs. Sheridan Nelson and Brittany McAllen scored 9 and 7 not out, while Varanti Peter Ball grabbed 2 for 12. West Demerara won that match by 44 runs. The action continues on Wednesday when Essequibo take on West Berbice, while East Bank will face West Demerara at Wales. And at Enterprise, Lower Quarantine will take on Georgetown, while East Coast will face off with Upper Quarantine. Reporting for the HGP SPORTSCAST, I am Stanford Howard. And finally, West Indies slumped to their second T20 loss in India. In a match where the world champions were hoping to redeem themselves after their first loss, they failed again in the second match after skipper Brathwaite won the toss and decided to have a bowl. It was once again India's skipper Rohit Sharma who took charge with the bat when he produced a 111 runs from 61 balls with 8 fours and 7 sixes as India amassed a score of 195 runs for 2 of their 20 overs. West Indies in their run chase fell short by 71 runs, with 4 batsmen got into double figures, Hetimaya 15, Bravo 10, Kimo Paul 20, and skipper Brathwaite 15 not out, as they only managed 124 for 9 of their 20 overs. The final match of the T20 series and tour of India is on Sunday, the 11th of November. And thank you for watching this edition of the HGP SPORTSCAST. But do remember, sports do not build character, they reveal it. And back to you, Javon.